Hey everyone, glad you're here. So, quick disclaimer for today's video. I've been getting over COVID, as some of you probably know if you've seen my community post. So, that's also why I haven't uploaded for a couple weeks. Apologies for that, but my throat's been messed up and then I've been coughing. Still getting over COVID, so we'll see how this goes. I don't know, how well this is going to turn out, or yeah, I don't know. It may be shorter than normal just to prevent my throat from being too sore, or from just make sure I'm not like coughing in your ear, because that would be not the best ASMR, I would imagine. But I do want to say, thank you to everybody who was commenting the nice comments, and thank you guys for not like just leaving and unsubscribing when I didn't upload for a couple weeks. I appreciate you all sticking around. But yeah, not quite up to 100%, but I wanted to get something out there for you so that you had something. But yeah, I don't really have a plan for today. Like I said, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, so it'll probably just be kind of a soft-spoken ramble. Might play with some fidget toys. I know some of you like the clicky one. I know I do. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, we can just talk for a minute. So that's how I've been doing. Been very tired overall. But how about you? How have you been doing? Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. It's been, life's been interesting. The crazy thing is, it was my first time getting COVID, so this was a new experience for me, acquiring the plague. Um, it's also probably why it was so rough. It was my first go around with it, um, which is kind of crazy considering, the pandemic started like what 3 years ago now. So I don't know why I'm so late to the game. Actually, I do. I don't leave the house very often, which also makes it surprising that I got it at all. Um, but yeah, it wasn't just me either. One of my roommates ended up testing positive too. Mine was really bad. I ended up having to go into a doctor because I ended up super dehydrated. I won't go into too many of the details, but it wasn't fun. But they gave me an IV, and uh, apparently, yeah, it didn't. They messed up a little bit, and I ended up passing out. So that was also a new experience. I'd never done that before. Well, I have actually. I have passed out, but not from like dehydration and blood loss. That's what that was. Um, I usually, I, okay, usually is kind of strong, but most of the time that I've passed out before, it was either from asthma, because I do have asthma. It's not the most fun thing ever. Um, and I've also passed out from just my metabolism being too high, which sounds a little crazy, but like I have a very high metabolism. I average probably 8 to 10,000 calories a day. Like most of the time, my meals are in like pound, or like it's usually a pound of something: fries, chicken, um, some sort of food. And if it's not that much, then I'm snacking a lot in between meals. I mean, I'm still usually snacking anyway. But back when I was doing manual labor work, I used to work at Costco, which is a great company, by the way. If you're for like looking for a job and you're contemplating Costco, I'd recommend it. There, at least my experience there was very good. But yeah, I skipped breakfast there were a couple different days where I was just late waking up and had to rush out the door, and I skipped breakfast, and I passed out before lunch because I didn't have enough calorie intake for the exercise I was doing. And my body just shut down. And I even went to the doctor and like made sure I wasn't hypoglycemic or something, and they did all kinds of blood work and tests and stuff, and they were like, no. What the doctor told me, she goes, you just have a very high metabolism, so I'm trying to think of how she worded it. Eat whatever you want and enjoy it, because not everybody gets to do that. So that's actual medical advice I received from a doctor, so that was fun. I also found out what? Sorry, my brain's also all over the place. I've been very exhausted and occasionally delirious. I don't think haven't been having like fevers anymore lately, but yeah, it's been a trip. What was I saying? It had to do with my metabolism. I'm just kind of rambling about myself. You guys are gonna get to know like my whole life story. It'll be great. Oh, I've had a lot of people that have been like, "Wow, I wish I had your metabolism," and I have to tell them, "No, you don't. You might want a higher metabolism than what you have, but you don't want mine, because mine, like, I don't know if you've ever been so hungry your stomach started to eat itself, and it gets just physically very painful. But that's usually how my body lets me know that I'm hungry, is my stomach acid just starts to try to eat me. It's not fun. Yeah, I don't recommend it. Food bill's very expensive. It's a lot of food, and if I actually like actively am working out, it's my metabolism increases by anywhere from 50 to 100%. Basically, I'm eating anywhere from like 16 to 20,000 calories if I actively work out. It's a little nuts. I've actually gotten bored of eating, like just because I had to eat so much back when I was actively working out. So it's not super great having the metabolism of a shrew, but it does have its benefits. I do get to stay relatively thin while eating an immense amount of food, and I do like to eat, so it's not too big of a deal. It gets very expensive, and it also means I don't really have time to cook, because when I'm hungry immediately. So I have to make something that's fast. So basically, it's just throwing stuff in a microwave or an air fryer for the most part. It's a little nuts. It's either that or I have to snack while I'm making my food, which gets a little complicated, but it is what it is. I know it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not. I do, for the most part, like having my metabolism. It's kind of like when you, like a djinn or a genie offers you a wish, and then they give it some horrible twist, and you want like a high metabolism, but then your metabolism is too high, and it has drawbacks. It'd be like that. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But this is a ramble video, so I guess it's okay. I don't know if you guys have seen my shirt. I normally try to wear something a little nicer for the videos. So I apologize if I look a little bit more disheveled than usual. Like I said, it's just been COVID's just been kicking my butt. But this shirt is one my sister got for me for Christmas one year, and yeah, it's just a bunch of different cat memes, but drawn. It's pretty great. I like it. I think at some point I'll have to get like one of the. We've got like 3 cats in the house, so maybe at some point I'll bring some on for ASMR. We'll see. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. I can see about doing that. Although 2 of them have a bedtime because they're my roommate's cats, so he keeps them in his room at night. And I usually film these when my roommates are asleep, just so we're not getting extra noise and stuff. So I'll have to, if I want to get either of those cats, I'd have to like make sure I'm doing it when everybody's at work during the day or something. But that's also difficult because my natural circadian rhythm, which, if you're not familiar with the term, it's your sleep cycle. The time frame when you sleep, not the amount of time you sleep usually. Well, it can include that. But my natural circadian rhythm is like 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it's still 8 hours, but it's at a really weird time. So I'm not usually, like, I wake up shortly before my roommates get off work. So it's kind of nice though, because the house is nice and quiet when I'm trying to sleep, and then I get home in time to hang out with them. I've been friends with all of them since we were kids, so they're good people. But yeah, I'm trying to think other things, other ideas. If you have ideas for future videos or things you'd like to see, or something that maybe you've said before and I just haven't done yet, I do see your comments, but I also have ADHD and I forget a lot of stuff if I'm not actively looking at it. So I may need a reminder if you've suggested something and I haven't, or if I've got like a video that needs like a follow-up video that I haven't done. Let me know, and I can see about doing that. I'm more than happy to keep making up new ones. Also, this is more for my Buy Me a Coffee members, Lunar and Amanda. I'm going to try to get the hour-long video for the Buy Me a Coffee stuff out later this week. So if you're seeing this, when the video actually comes out or close to it, just there's a heads up for you. Yeah, I'm getting really, really close. I need about a little over 400 hours, and of public watch hours, so just the amount of time people have watched my videos. And I'll be able to apply for a YouTube partnership, which means it's not full monetization. I don't get that. I'll need another 1,400 hours, and I'm not sure how many subscribers we're at right now. I think it was like, I want to say 559 last I checked. I can look right now. Let's see. Oh, it's 561. It's gone up since I last looked. Thank you, guys. It's crazy that there's that many of you actually subscribe to hear me talk. But it's really cool. So I guess that means I need 439 more subscribers, and actually I can check how many more public watch hours exactly I need. That wouldn't be too difficult. Let's see. So it'd be 1,397 for full monetization, but it's just 397 for becoming a YouTube partner. And so the YouTube partner thing would let me get to the point where, if somebody wanted to, they could, I guess, donate directly to the channel, i.e. to me, or basically help me pay my groceries, or pay for my groceries, or I think there's channel membership stuff I can set up too, so I might actually be able to do the Buy Me a Coffee stuff just off of YouTube. So that, I don't know, I'll have to look into exactly what I can do. I also want to look at, with both the YouTube membership and the Buy Me a Coffee stuff, trying to do the I want to look at doing a setup where I've got some way where I'm, giving my supporters recognition um, in the videos. In addition to giving you guys some extra content, um, put your name either like at the end of the video or might be in the description for a little while. That I might do that. Mostly because I don't really edit these. I just kind of throw them out there, and I'd have to look into some different editing programs. But the last one I tried to use had to like format the whole video, and so it would take about the duration of the video for it to format it even after I edited it. So I'll need to look. If you guys know of like good video editing programs that just alter the save file slightly and doesn't take a whole lot of extra time after I throw whatever it is in, please let me know. That would actually be really helpful if you've got any suggestions. I've looked some up, but I've been unsuccessful in finding one I like. But yeah, so I'm getting close to being able to actually make this like a real job. I mean, it is still kind of what I'm telling people I do for a living, which is, I mean, it's true. It's where I'm getting most of my money. It's just I'm not getting much just yet. So I mean, the monetization I think would be the coolest. That'll be really cool. And we're getting there. It's my channel's steadily growing. You guys are still here. You're still tuning in. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I was my first video earlier, beginning of the year. I was so nervous, and I kind of watched it a bit, and it seemed terrible to me, but I uploaded it anyway because one of my favorite lines is from Jake from Adventure Time, and this is one of my favorite quotes. Hopefully I'm remembering it correctly, but it's something to the effect of sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something. And I think that's a really important perspective today to take. There's also another quote I've heard that's kind of similar: is anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. So even if you don't have the ability yet to do something well, if it's worth doing, it's still worth doing. And so I put out that video, and people still subscribed. It got way more views than I thought it was going to, and I just kept uploading. And I'm not where the channel's not yet where I want it to be, but it's still so much farther than I expected it to be, and it looks like it's going the direction I want it to, and that's so cool. And I have you to thank for that, because like without you, I'm just throwing videos out into the the ether. They might as well be dropped into the void. But yeah, so it's been an amazing experience. You guys have shown me so much love and support, and I really, really appreciate that. I don't think I've gotten really any negative comments. I had the only like one even close was one where somebody commented that they had gotten like 3 ads or 6 ads or something like that. It was a bunch of ads in one of my video in a very short span of time, and that sucks, but unfortunately I have no control over that. YouTube puts ads in my videos so they can monetize it, but I can't. Like, only YouTube's allowed to make money off of my stuff so far until I get more people, so more subscribers, more of you guys. unless you're not subscribed and you're watching this, in which case, if you would be willing to, that would help me out a lot. I would really, really appreciate it. Um, and actually, any interaction really is appreciated. Liking, commenting, all that stuff. Also, I just like talking to you guys. You know, I love reading your comments. I like responding to the ones I can. Some of them, you guys just make statements, and I don't necessarily know how to respond to that, so I just hit the, you know, what is it, the love button, for lack of a better term. It just so it says like so and so loves your comment. Um, but yeah, I do read all the comments, and I try to respond as much as I can. And now it's one of the cooler aspects, I think, of this job and starting a YouTube channel, is getting to interact with all of you as a community and watching that community grow and build, and actually getting to know some of you a little better on a regular basis. Like I do recognize a lot of you that are commenting a lot, and I really appreciate the support, and just the amount of love you show me and my channel. So it makes all this worth it. So hopefully by this point you're kind of nodding off if you're using this for sleep. I know that's what most people do. Looks like we've hit, we're past the 20-minute mark, which is usually where I stop these videos. And I think I'm actually starting to get a little tiny bit of a headache, so I think I'm going to call it there. But I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you watching. I'm not dead. I will try to get back to my regular upload schedule next week. I mean, I guess it's sort of like this week, but more of the normal content and videos that you guys are used to. Some of the, maybe some of the more role-playing stuff. Who knows? But yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you liked the video, feel free to hit the like button. Please comment your thoughts. And yeah, if you are interested in seeing more and you're not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing. Anyway, appreciate you. Take care. God bless. Love you. Bye.